What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Undiagnosed Baddie, your favorite daily 10-minute podcast. Yay! Make sure you like this before we get into it. I'm going to be saying that this entire one because I'm getting the views, I'm not getting the likes. The reason how YouTube knows y'all like my stuff is because you like it, because you comment it, because you're watching it to the end, my people. Like, I don't think y'all understand what it really takes to talk to yourself for 10 minutes every day, yourself to a camera. Hello. Okay, so let's get into today's topic. Today's topic, it says, why do couples start to look alike after some years together? Now, I understand that the question said after some years together. I want to get into this a little bit. So, when I look into the mirror, when you look into the mirror, when people look into the mirror, they like what they see. And because they like what they see and they think it's attractive, they see other people out in the wild that have some of the similar attributes. This is going to go two ways, right? um and I could say, yeah, I like this person because of X, Y, and Z. I think a lot of couples that look alike are because they just look similar, period. They were attracted to their own face and not in an incestuous way. It was just like, damn, I like that nose on them. I have never. So when I turn to the side, I have a nose, a typical, black xenotype, nose, that no hard arch, right? It doesn't go like this. I've never truly been attracted to men who have the triangular nose. I find men that have the arch, the I forgot what this part is called. How it's not sunken in. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? I don't necessarily find men with European noses attractive. I don't. So when you see me with someone, you're going to see them with a similar nose like mine because I find my nose attractive. And so I'm going to think that your nose is attractive if it looks like mine, right? And so for me, it's so funny. I prefer a brown, black man. Preference. I love all black men. Prefer darker men. Okay? So there's just been some experiences, honey, that I've had with some lighter skinned men, and I don't want to go down that road on this episode. But I truly think that when some couples, you see them separately, and you're like, oh, okay, but when you see them together, you're like, them niggas, there's some act like maybe it's the shape of the eye, maybe it's the chin, maybe their teeth are shaped the same way, and they say, oh, they have nice teeth, and then as black people say, start to feed somebody, they start to look like you. And that's what all the intermixed and blended families used to say back in the day. You know what I'm saying? You feed somebody enough, they start to look like you. That's my stepson, that's my grandbaby, that's was brought into the family or whatever. I find it so interesting the way our brains work scientifically when attracting a mate. um I believe that the science absolutely has a great part to do with how we look at our mate and how we are attracted to them. But also, when people start to look like after years, it's also because, oh, I know it's gonna sound crazy, guys. It's gonna sound crazy, but it's almost like, okay, we're eating a particular way, so we're slimming. We're eating a particular way, so we're glowing. We're eating a particular way, or you start to develop the mannerisms of the person that's around you. Like, you can have a gentleman from over there, a lady from over here, her crew talk a certain way, his crew talk a certain way. You mix it together, you have a whole new, crew language, da 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 da. And that plays a part in it too. The mannerisms, when people start to, the way they hold their mouth, the way they laugh, the way they enunciate. And I know the question said look alike after years. And if you could take two people and you'd be like, there's some couples that just don't look alike, and they're not. And that's fine too, right? But in my opinion, Excuse me, that was unladylike. In my opinion, couples look alike because they were originally attracted to their own face. That's the easiest way that I can put it. They were attracted to the way that they look. Their face is like, oh, that's a handsome man, not realizing that that's what they would look like as as a man, a handsome man. But I totally get it. Like genetics are crazy. The way black people are related and have had the same live experience in different parts of the United States without the technology, right, that we have today. Amazing. It's amazing. It's not only amazing, it's more so okay, so when I say amazing, it's intricate. When I say amazing, it was because it was supposed to be that way, right? You start doing a little, it just reminds me of a mushroom colony that, like, you see the mushroom, but underneath the soil, all of the roots and everything are doing all of this. And that's what we did across the United States, y'all. That's what we did during the time of turmoil when they truly treated us um like shit, for real. I remember this girl talking about the reason why, what she say, the reason why recipes are getting lost is because y'all don't look like y'all grandmas no more. I look like, shout out to Kathy. Shout out to Big Cat because I look like my grandma and I love that for me. She was fine. My grandmother and all her sisters. I'm going to have to do a vlog on my family and show y'all some of the people. But I am very weary of saying their names, their full names, because people get weird and people will research you and y'all and people get very weird on the internet. Very stalkery. When they have too much information. Like, I don't mind sharing stories of my life, but I think that the part of my life that I want to hold close to me is names. Could you possibly do a screenshot and picture search? Possibly. But there's not many pictures of my grandmother and her sisters at particular ages on the internet, and I know that for a fact, Jack, because it's just not happening. Anyway, with that being said, I think it's a beautiful thing when you are able to find someone in life that you like and that you stay with, and that people can even say y'all starting to look alike. What y'all over there doing? Y'all been around each other too much. I think that's a beautiful thing in our community. It is, because where's the longevity now? Because we could go far, 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 far left with this. Because where's the longevity? The longevity is no longer. Last people like it's not happening no more. Because the grandmothers is cooking tacos now instead of pot roast and this, and that, and everything is being blamed on the women and the matriarchy, and again, not on the men and their refusal to evolve over time. The men are not evolving. Where's my mic? So I could sing to y'all. The men are not evolving, so we're changing, taking back our time. Our time. It's just like, get it together real quick. So we can grow old together. So we can look alike. So they can be like, man, that girl done rubbed off on you. You know what I'm saying? Like some stuff like that. I love science. In another life, I would have absolutely pursued science in a different way where I could be in labs doing experiments for whatever. I almost not necessarily genealogy in the way of finding families, but maybe genealogy in the way of why are these mutated cells this particular way, right? And the reason why I say that, I'm gonna have to hurry up because we're almost to the end. It's like, why are cleft lips so prominent in one part of the world? Why is polio, right? We vaccines outside of that, but why was it so prominent in one part of the world? Why do people have the wolf syndrome in certain parts of the world, meaning all that hair on their face and on their body and stuff like that, right? Why in certain communities is dwarfism so high? So I want to research deeper genealogy. But I love that about me. I love being a scientist. Got my associates in applied science. I love that for me. Think about it on a molecular level. That's it.